Good morning. This is your daily weather briefing. Still dealing with some cloudy conditions out there this morning, but we are starting to see most of the rain activity move out of the area. That trend will continue as we go through the next couple hours, eventually seeing some breaks in the clouds and some slightly breezy conditions, setting up for some dry and seasonable weather over much of the week this week. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we had this area of low pressure just to the south, starting to lift off to the east and northeast. It's going to take that shower activity with it. And behind it, we'll see some reinforcing kind of cooler, drier air moving into the area with this high pressure building in over the eastern part of the country. That's going to keep things quiet over the next few days. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's sounding, we had some northwesterly winds near the surface, seeing southwesterly southerly winds in the mid levels and gradually increasing to around 30 knots as we get into the upper levels, and then seeing those winds out of the southwest and a peak wind of 72 knots up at 25,000 feet, and the freezing level today is at 12,000 feet. If we look at the current visible satellite as well as the composite radar on here, we can see most of the radar returns well off to the north as well as off the coast and off to the northeast. So we could see a chance of maybe a lingering light sprinkle or shower in the area, but overall we'll just be socked in the clouds as we go over the next couple hours. But again, eventually seeing those break with some sun likely showing up later this afternoon, and things continuing to dry out. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model as we go through the day, again, the model's picking up well on this rain moving out of the area. Could see, again, a few lingering showers, isolated showers across the region, mainly off the coast or well to the north. Nothing too impactful as we go through the day, and then things completely clear out of here as we go into the evening hours, where we'll see things, conditions become mostly clear. Do have a very slight chance of maybe some patchy mist in the morning, but overall mostly clear conditions to start the day on Tuesday, setting up for that pattern of dry weather. If we look at the European model here, zooming out, we see high pressure built in over the eastern part of the country. That's going to keep those dry conditions and quiet conditions. And then as we get into the end of the week, going into the day on Friday, we start to see the potential for this area of low pressure developing off the southeast coast. The extent at which that area of low pressure develops and how strong it develops will determine much of the forecast, but it looks like that will come together a bit and lift north through the area as we go into the day on Saturday. So Friday we'll start to see that developing with high pressure to the north, likely see some slightly breezy onshore flow develop. Very low end chance of a late shower in the area, but the bulk of the activity will move in as we get into the day on Saturday as that lifts further north, likely bringing some moisture in the area, with fairly good agreement with the modeling that we will see some rain in the area during the day on Saturday. The extent of how much is yet to be determined, but as that moves through, could see a few lingering chances on Sunday of a shower or storm before that starts to move out of here. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, had that red risk for precip this morning, starting to see that diminish as we get into the later part of the morning. Did have that yellow chance for lightning that looks to be quickly dropping off as well. And that orange risk for those reduced ceilings, still seeing some low ceilings at this time, but not quite as low as what we were seeing earlier this morning. And as we get into afternoon hours, I'd like to see, again, that gradually clearing sky, and we'll see slightly breezy conditions, winds out of the northwest, 9 to 14 knots. Peak wind around 22 knots, so we do have that yellow risk for winds that are about 25 knots, but likely staying below that as we go through the afternoon hours, with just a few peak winds up around 22. We'll see that high around 76, and going through the overnight hours, we'll continue to see clearing skies, becoming mostly clear as we get into the morning hours on Tuesday. A low expected around 59, with those light winds allowing for that slight chance of some patchy mist in the area before sunrise, but otherwise starting the day on Tuesday with mostly sunny conditions. And seeing those tides right around normal. If we look at the extended forecast here, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday look to be dry and seasonable day, mostly sunny on Tuesday, partly cloudy for Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see those temperatures in the upper 70s, hitting around 80 on Thursday, upper 50s for our lows for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then seeing a low in the lower 60s on Thursday. And as we go into Friday, we'll start to see those clouds increase as that area of low pressure develops, as well as that breeze start to increase a bit on shore. That will keep temperatures a little cooler with a high around 76 degrees. Our low temperature will be around 63. Pick up that very low end chance of a shower late Friday, but the bulk of the activity moves to again on Saturday, looking about a 60% chance of some showers, maybe even some embedded storms in the area. We'll see likely some breezy conditions as well. Temperature around 75 degrees for our high and a low around 67. And as we go into Sunday, we keep about a 30% chance of a lingering shower or storm in the area for Sunday. Otherwise, partly to mostly cloudy conditions. We'll see a low around 69 degrees and slightly warmer on Sunday with a high around 80 degrees. Well, that will wrap up the daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.